Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to join this WebEx demonstration today. My name is Alex Harcola of DataBridge Integrations, and today I'm going to be walking you through our software integration called MIRS. And MIRS stands for Moraware Inventory Reconciliation System. And our system is fully integrated with Moraware's JobTracker, and it relies on a reliable wireless connection in order to work properly. Our system automatically syncs with JobTracker every night at midnight. But if you have employees that might have added things here and there to JobTracker throughout the day, before you even begin your scanning, we have a function at the bottom called Sync with JobTracker. And once you click Go, within 5 to 10 minutes, anything that's been added will be synchronized and updated within our system before you begin your scanning. So try to imagine walking up to your first rack location. You're ready to start doing your full physical inventory or perhaps your cycle counting, and you walk up to your first rack location and you're equipped with a Bluetooth barcode scanner paired with a laptop or perhaps a iPad tablet or a Samsung tablet, or perhaps we also offer a mobile computing option, which is, instead of juggling two devices, it's an all-in-one device. It comes integrated with a barcode scanner on the end of it, and it shows our software pretty nicely on this screen. But in any event, picture you walk up to your first rack location. For demo purposes, we'll pretend we're going to rack H. I'm going to give you a nice little summary here that says, JobTracker thinks there's supposed to be 35 slabs here. We haven't scanned any yet. So we're going to go ahead and start scanning. So go under the barcode box, and you can either choose to scan, click insert, scan, insert, and until you've scanned every slab at that rack, or you can use our multi-scan option and then just scan every slab at that rack, and then you're ready to move on. So we're going to pretend that we scanned every single rack slab at rack H, and we're ready to insert it. Now, we have our system set to autocorrect locations, but if you'd like to see where the location discrepancies occur, you can uncheck this, and then you have the ability to see where the discrepancies occur and then manually fix them as you go along. So let's say that we inserted them. So what I was just describing is right here, give you some information, what slab serial numbers we scanned, what the slab status was, and then the scan location versus the JobTracker location. So what I was just describing is if you wanted to see where those discrepancies occur, perhaps a number of these, maybe this one, JobTracker actually thought it was supposed to be at rack B, and this one was supposed to be at rack A, but we just scanned it into rack H. It automatically synchronized those, as you can see, but if you wanted to see the discrepancies, those would actually show up, rack B, rack A, and then you would have the option to fix them manually each time. But we find it faster just to have everything autocorrect. We also offer, as you can see, some information about each of the slabs that you scanned, maybe jobs associated with them, and things of that nature. If you find, maybe you look at this slab, 14527, and you notice a chip in the right-hand side. You want to make a note of it for when you go back to it later in your reporting. You can write that in the discrepancy notes, chip in right-hand side. Click update, and then it will show here in your notes, for later on. So we color coordinate our statuses, slab statuses, in green and red. Slab statuses that are in green are ones that are on hand and available for sale, or slabs that are on hand and they've been allocated to a job. Those don't require any attention in JobTracker. They're fine just the way that they are. If you find slabs that come back in red, for instance, slab status on order, those are slabs that need to be set to received in JobTracker. Obviously, you just scanned it at this location, rack H, and someone just might have forgotten to set these ones to be received in JobTracker. So whenever you have the time, go back in a JobTracker system, and you can update those to be received. Slab statuses that come back showing completed are ones that JobTracker thinks fabrication equals complete. However, you just scan them, they're sitting in front of you, or they're sitting at rack H right now, and you can go into JobTracker and unallocate them to whatever job JobTracker thinks fabrication equals complete for them. So once you do that, you can have the ability to convert those to cash, whereas prior to using our software, they were just sitting there, thought to be already allocated to jobs that were completed. And then lastly, the slab status not in JobTracker is are slabs that the serial number doesn't even exist in JobTracker. So when you have the time, you can see those slabs, go into JobTracker, and update the serial number in JobTracker. Now, if you wanted to use this all-in-one mobile computing device, we added this function at the bottom. It's a mobile checkbox. And when using this, maybe your material handler doesn't really care about all that other information. All he wants to know is what slab did I scan, what's the status, and what rack location did I just scan it at. So he would select the location, scan the slabs, and just see basic information, click reconcile that location, and move on to the next one. So it's very simplistic, shows quite nicely on that device, but for demoing purposes, we're going to stick to the one on the main splash page. Excuse me. So we also offer a number of reporting functions on the left-hand side here after you've done your scanning. And you can use these while you're cycle counting. They're most helpful after you've completed a full physical inventory, but for this purpose, we're going to use them right after we've completed Rack H. So we can go to the location reconciliation report. And here you'll find that here's what we did today. Rack H. JobTracker thought there was supposed to be 35 slabs there. We scanned every single slab at Rack H. Turns out there's only 34 slabs there. So what happened to the missing one? Where is it? Could be sitting at Rack C, could be sitting at Rack B, might not even be in your facility anymore. But in any event, it's not there. So what will happen with our software when we reconcile location Rack H, which I show you right here? This will complete the rack for cycle counting so you can move on to the next one. And when you click that button, it's going to take the missing slab and it's going to set it into no location, which is kind of a queue where it will sit until hopefully it's found. Maybe you find it in Rack A 3 months down the road, or Rack B, who knows. But if you find that a number of slabs are sitting in no location for 2 full physical inventories, at that point you can be confident that they're no longer in your facility and we can help you wipe them out of your system. So I'll show you. If you wanted to look, you'll find that the missing slab is 14525. JobTracker thinks that slab is supposed to be at Rack H, but we didn't find it. It's not there. So when I reconcile location Rack H, which I'll do now, in real time, you'll see it will take it out of Rack H and it's going to set it into no location when I refresh the page. There it goes. And it also shows you Rack H is no longer in red, which means you've completed that. And in any order you'd like, you can continue cycle counting. In JobTracker, you'll see that it goes from location Rack H to a blank location. And it's also updated to know that Rack H only has 34 slabs. So say, 3 months down the road, doesn't matter if you found it in Rack H, Rack B, what have you, 14525 shows up again. You found it. It's actually in your facility. What it will do in real time is it will take it right back out of no location where it's been sitting, and it's going to put it to wherever you just scanned it. In this instance, we scanned it back into Rack H. So there it goes. And then in real time and JobTracker as well, it's updated from 34, as you can see here, to 35. And if you want to look up that missing slab again, wherever you just scanned it into, there it is, back in Rack H, where you found it. So location reconciliation report helps with people who are cycle counting, who might delegate, hey, scan Rack A and Rack B today, and then next week do Rack H and I. And you can go whenever order you want, and you can see pretty easily which ones you've done already and which ones still need to be attended to. Another reporting mechanism that we offer is called current scan totals by product. We highly recommend that you come here after completing a full physical inventory, but you can come here like I'm showing you now right after you've just done one location if you'd prefer. And you can sort on the left hand side by rack location or sort by all locations if you've completed a full physical inventory. And we give you some information here. And we're pulling all of what you see right out of your JobTracker system. So you can see the on-hand cost at rack H is $9,467.37. You can see slabs that are on hand, on order versus allocated. And you can sort by product and by product variant to see for each particular serial number information about it. And this helps tremendously once you've completed a full physical inventory with your reordering process to see, what slab products you've been running through much quicker than others, what needs to be ordered, and at the end of a full physical inventory, without having to do all the reporting yourself, copy pasting into Excel, you can just go down to the bottom and see, what is the actual on-hand cost at your entire facility. And also some more important information here as well. So that's another thing that MIRS offers. And the last report is called the Inventory Comparison Report. And same as the other one, you can sort, by rack location or all locations. Again, we recommend you come here after completing a full physical inventory. And this one helps quite a bit with the slab statuses. So after you've completed a full physical, you'll notice a number of them will probably show up in red that need tending to in JobTracker when you have the time. So you can sort by status and go one by one. And for all ones that say on order, you can have someone from your team go into JobTracker and set them to be received. For ones that are completed, you can unallocate them to the job so that they can be converted to cash. And then if it shows up as not serialized, you can go into JobTracker and add that when you have the time. Again, you can sort by location, sort by product. We show you the job associated with slabs, the accounts associated, whether or not the slab is a remnant, the same on-hand costs and serialized costs. And again, we're pulling all this information right out of your JobTracker system. Another tool that we offer is called Serial Number Info, which we find quite helpful for some of your salespeople on the floor. If you have a customer who walks in and they point to a slab and say, I want that one, and they're not sure whether or not it's even available for sale, they can go up to it, with a barcode scanner and really quickly see whether or not it's available for sale. So say they scan slab 12544, they'll see right away, oh, that one's not available. It's associated to job Mike Jones. And oh, by the way, it's also related to serial number 12545, which is also associated to the same job. So it not only shows the slab you scanned, but it also shows any related serial numbers, remnants, or any other slabs that are tied to that job as well. If you serialize your sinks and you're not interested in having those show up in this report, or any other slab that might not be as important to you, here's where you'd come to select or deselect those items from your system so that they either show up or do not in the report. So this is just for demo purposes, but the product family and product line will be as accurate as it is in your system because we're pulling all that information to show you here. So that's where you go to do that. And that is a nice, short, sweet, full demo of our MIRS software, which ultimately makes it a heck of a lot easier, faster, and more accurate to perform a full physical inventory. If you'd like to get in touch and learn more or move forward with MIRS, feel free to contact us via our website at www.databridgeinc.com, via LinkedIn, or reach out to us on email. My name's Alex Arcola, as I said earlier, or you can also reach out to Scott Edwards. We are two of the people who handle the initial integration, so you can reach out to us via email, phone number, or what have you. Keep in mind, we also have very exciting integrations with Slabsmith and also Home Depot Icon X. So if you're curious to learn more about those, feel free to reach out to us for those as well. I appreciate your time today and hope you have a nice rest of your day. Thanks. Bye-bye.